guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. So today we're taking a look at this. It's the favourite coat, Triceratops. Now a while back we had a huge unboxing of a box full of these favourite coat dinosaurs, and actually we were pretty impressed with the quality of these figures, and today we're continuing those reviews by taking a look at this guy. So without further ado, let's break him out of his bag. Always the fun bit, getting a new dinosaur out of its packaging. So here is the Triceratops from Favourite & Co. out of the packaging, and actually first impressions, this is a very detailed looking dinosaur. First thing you'll notice is that he doesn't come with a base. A lot of the other Favourite Co. dinosaurs came with a sandy or muddy base, and actually a lot of the dinosaurs have had standing issues. That's not the case here because we've got a good sturdy four-legged Triceratops. And I don't mind the fact that we don't have a base with this one. It actually looks really nice. It's got a really nice colour scheme going on here, and I appreciate the level of detail that they've gone into on this figure. So let's take a closer look at this guy. So starting off with the head sculpt, you can see we've got a really nicely detailed Triceratops head there, and one of the interesting things that Favourite Co does is it actually uses a speck of gold in the eyes. It's the same on the Allosaurus as well, and it really makes it have this sort of glittery wet look. It's quite clever because otherwise you'd just think they are yellow, but it just adds that little extra bit of sparkle that really brings them to life. I really love the weathering on these horns here, and actually the way they're sculpted is very naturalistic as well. I love the weathering on the beak. You can see the interior of the mouth has been sculpted and painted. There are a few painting mishaps, but generally it looks pretty good. There could have been some airbrushing going across this frill area just to add some variation in the head colour, but apart from that, this is a really nice head sculpt and paint job. As we move down the neck, you can see we've got some nice airbrushing going on underneath, and you can see some really nice creases and folds hanging down from under the neck. Again, on the shoulder area, you can see really nice folds and creases, and actually you can see the scapular bone is really clear. It's really poking out here, so that's a really nice attention to detail. As we move down the leg, really nice fine scaling all the way down, and you can see the toes have been individually painted and weathered, which is really nice. As we move back up to the torso, you can see some really nice creases going on here, and you can see this nice airbrushing continuing on the belly. And then in the back leg you can see this clear definition of the muscles going all the way down to the lower leg, and again very nicely painted and weathered toe claws. Really nice detail on the toes there as well. And as we move back up to the tail, really nice creases going all the way along here. Same on the other side. We got a nice contrast in the pose, one leg brought forward, and you can see the muscle is less pronounced here because it's not being flexed by the back leg. Really nice. And then you can see here lovely creases going across the belly. It's a nice little splash of blue going across the back. It's more of like a purpley blue, but it's a nice, just a little bit of a contrast there. Really, really nice touch. We've got a little bit of a paint mishap here. It's a shame because it spoils this lovely blue paint job. And there does seem to be a little bit of a wash used on these scales. You can just make it out in the cracks there. It's a darker blue, so that's a nice attention to detail. And again you can see there's some really nice creases going on here behind this leg. Really nice scaling, and again nicely painted and weathered toe claws. And then we get back up to that nice head sculpt. So just how big is this guy? Let's bring out the tape measure. You're looking at about 7 inches long, which is about 18 centimeters. And in terms of his height, you're looking at about 3.5 inches, which is about 8 or 9 centimeters. Scale comparison time, here's the Favourite Co Tyrannosaurus Rex, which we have reviewed on the channel. Link is down below, and this guy has downy feathers going across his back. Really nice attention to detail, but you can see how these two scale up nicely next to each other. Next, here's the Favourite Co Allosaurus, a very brightly coloured number, and again I'm having to use hand support for both of these because unfortunately they don't stand on their bases very well, and their feet are a little bit warped. It's something of a problem that we've highlighted in the other reviews. Again, we have reviewed this guy, link is in the description down below, so you can see these two scale up nicely. And here's the Triceratops next to the brightly coloured Pteranodon. We have reviewed this one on the channel, link is in the description. A really brightly coloured pterosaur, this one. Next, let's drive in the Jurassic Park Jeep Wrangler diecast from Jada Toys. We have reviewed this one on the channel, link is in the description. You can see these two scale up really nicely next to each other. And lastly, here's our good friend Off-Color Alan, and you can see that the Triceratops kind of looks like a... Whoa, Alan, how much have you been drinking? You can see that he scales up fairly well with the Triceratops, with it kind of looking like a baby or juvenile Triceratops. Thanks, Alan! There he goes, he's leaving the review table. So there we have it, guys. That was today's look at the favourite coat, Triceratops. I actually think this is a really nice little detailed figure, and I'm really impressed by the favourite coat line. Despite their manufacturing flaws, not being able to stand up and some of them not fitting on their bases, they are actually really detailed, nice figures. So definitely worth a pick up if you can afford them and don't mind those problems. In the meantime, guys, rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.